Alright, 4.5, finding trig graphs. So, we have a graph right here. It goes all the way up to 3 and down to -3. It should be recognizable to you, right? It's your cosine graph, okay? We can tell we have no shifts. The one thing we do see, though, it goes up to 3 and down to -3, which means that we have an amplitude of 3, and it's our basic cosine graph because it goes from 0 to 2 pi. So all we need to do is write down y equals 3 cosine x, and we're set. Because why? There's no shifting. Your period's 2 pi for sure. And the only thing we have is amplitude of 3, because it goes from -3 to 3. Alright, so we have this graph right here. It looks like a sine graph, right? So we're going to go with sine. So I wrote this to the side here. You should copy this down for whenever we don't have easy ones like the previous problem. So how do we get some of these values? K is, if we were to go, since it's going from -2 to 2, I'll label it just so it's clear, 2 and -2. So it's going from -2 to 2. We're not shifting up or down anything, so our K is going to be 0, so that's fine. A value is your amplitude, right? So we know amplitude is 2 in this case, right? So far we have that. Now how do you find the B value? What's your period? Period's pi, right? Remember, 2 pi over B is your period. If your period's pi and you solve for it, you're going to get B is equal to 2. So let's throw 2 in there. And then, are we shifting at all? No, we're not, because we're starting at 0, 0, so there's no shift. So it'd be x minus 0. And then we can simplify that, distribute it 2, you're going to get y equals 2 sine of 2x. Alright, so we got this graph right here. I then need to draw one more point, and that's down here. There we go. So, counting my ones, so what is your amplitude in this case? You're going from 0 to -6, right? So what's the difference between 0 and -6? It's 6, and then divide that by 2, you get 3. So your amplitude's 3, which means we're shifting, right? How far do we shift? We shifted 3 down, so your K value is -3. Another thing I notice, remember your sine graph is supposed to be up then down, right? But it's not, it's down then up, which means it's going to be reflecting, right? So this term up front is going to be a -3, so it'd be -3 minus 3, and then your sine value. Now what is your period? As you know, it's 2 pi over b. What is your period? It's pi. So once again, your b is 2. We don't shift anywhere because you start right in the center here, right? Right in that center of your graph, right? So your h value is going to be 0. Distribute, you're going to get a final answer of y equals -3 minus 3 sine of 2x. Alright, we've got this fun looking graph here. So let's look at how high and how low we go. Go down to -2 and all the way up to 6. So the difference between that is 8. So that's going to make our A value 4. So I'm going to write A4. Given that our A value is 4, which way are we shifting? You're shifting up 2, right? Because if you're going from -2 to 6, you're going up 2. So your K value is going to be equal to 2. I don't know why there's a negative sign I put right here. Let me fix that. There. Wasn't meant to be. So, now to find period and all that great stuff. So the period, one motion of your sine graph goes from 0 to 2, right? So your period's going to be 2. Um, 2 pi over b. So what's b got to be equal to? In order for this to be equal, you can swap them. 2 pi divided by 2 is going to be just pi. So your b value is going to be pi. Are you shifting anything? No, you're starting at 0, 0. Okay? So therefore you're starting here. So therefore your h value is nothing. And we have all our information. Oh, and one more thing. We're reflecting, right? because you're not starting up then down, you're starting down then up. So you're reflecting, so your a values up front's going to be negative. So it'd be y equals 2 minus 2, minus 4, sine of, since h is 0, I'm just going to go straight to it. B is pi, so pi x. And there is your solution for this one. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy your day.